The Screensavers.com this week, and this one's about Mac OS X. But the best part is that if you answer all 10 questions, you could win yourself a cool Screensavers t-shirt. It's black with bright green lettering on the front. You really need one. They go with everything, I swear. So take the quiz if you want, okay? Now, the dynamic duo, Pat and Martin.
Ho-ho! Thank you, Kat.
Yeah.
Derek joins us on the Intel Tech TV Netcam Network from Hazleton, Pennsylvania. Derek, what's the good word from
Hey, how's
Hazleton?
it going, guys?
Good, man. Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Excellent.
Hey, I just had to say something about Marty's hair. I don't feel bad because we have the same do.
Hey, I'm not
It's a movement.
They got a brush cut, man. I'm not quite there.
It's pretty close for you.
It's pretty close, I know. I'm really mortified. It looks great on you, though.
Thank you.
Do you have a question for us tonight?
Yeah, I did. I just built a dual processor machine, and I don't have any idea what operating system to put on.
Excellent.
I'm leaning towards XP, but I don't know. Does that even support dual processors?
Well, I'll give you two basic, simple, easy options. Or I'll even give you three. How's that?
Good.
Before we give you the options, the things that won't work. 95, no. 98, no. Windows ME, no. None of those will recognize the second processor in your system. Windows XP Professional will, not Windows XP Home Edition. Windows XP Professional, the slightly more expensive version of Windows XP, will recognize both processors. Sing a happy little tune for you. Windows 2000 will recognize both those processors, no problem. And of course, if you want to go for a Unix variation, Linux, any of the Linuxes, the herd of Linux, any of the herd of Linux distributions will take care of that system and recognize and be very happy with both processors.
All right.
Okay.
So, looks like Wait, which one would you? Let's see. If I were to build a dual processing, I guess I'd go 2000 is good.
Yeah.
I'd use 2000 and
I'd be tempted this way.
XP Professional.
I'd dual boot Linux, and then Windows XP.
Whoa.
The sheer joy
Whoa,
of it.
dude. That's crazy.
Hey, don't mock me with the hair, big guy. Don't mock me with that.
All right, now listen up, you penguins. It's time for Megan, my twisted sister things list.
Today I have a list of the 5 things you should do before you install Linux. It's not really such a twisted list.
No, it's not twisted. In fact,
today.
it's pretty straight.
Yeah, it's pretty straight, but it's fun. I'm going to do Linux as a free download next week, and so I'm getting ready.
All right, all right.
So
So
number
these are the 5
yeah.
things you need to do to your system
Yeah.
before you install Linux.
Number 1 is inventory. Take inventory of your system. The first way you can do that is Belarc Advisor. If we can take a look here, we recommend this a lot. It basically looks at everything that's going on inside of your
Isn't that
system.
cool? It's like magic.
Yes. And you could also actually open up the box and check it out. We're taking out this box right now. And
So
this
just
is
look
not a
inside.
breaking box. Yeah, you just look inside. Now, the thing about the new version, the new installs of Linux, they can automatically detect
Many
most
of the
your
new
house.
distros can,
They
correct?
can. But if you're installing Linux, it's a good idea that either you're running a server or you're just curious. If you're curious, then you're going to want to know what's going inside. So check out Belarc or check out the inside of your PC.
All right, so that's number 1. By the way, I notice you're not going in descending order as I kick it. That's the way I do it.
No, because it's not twisted. I know, but
I see, because it's not twisted.
This is in the order.
Oh,
First,
so now we're on number 2.
second. We're on number 2.
Number 2.
Check out some books, and if you're cheap, check out some websites. We have a list of books that come highly recommended from Linux.org. These are basic books. You can take a look at some of these. It's 1001 Linux Tips, A Practical Guide to Linux, Linux for Dummies. All these we recommend. They're all good. And or you can check out the library, too, if you're cheap.
Yeah, head over to the library.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
Flex
times
that
we're
card.
wary of computer books. But in terms of your first install of Linux, I think any of these books are going to be
We're almost there. We're almost ready to install Linux,
Yeah,
but
we're
not
almost
before
ready.
number 3.
Pick your distribution or your distro, as the geeks would say.
That's what we call it.
Yeah, the distro.
In the business.
I don't know why it's not distro.
Distro.
Distro. 'Cause it's distribution. But
We'll ask the hacker later.
yeah, we actually recommend Mandrake most of the time for newbies. It's got it's easier and it's just that's what I'm going to do next week. So.
Or perhaps Caldera.
Caldera, yeah, we've moved away from
sort of
recommending
flip-flopping on that one now?
Yeah, but it's some say it has more power. I wouldn't say that.
Who knows?
Okay.
Number 4. Number 4.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, number 4. If you're going, you got to decide how you're going to boot this machine. If you have an extra machine that you're going to devote totally to Linux, then this isn't really, you can skip by number 4.
However, if you're going to continue to run Windows
Right.
on the machine.
Right, then you got to figure out which you're going to install first.
Mhm.
And there's some argument about this, but we recommend for your first time to do a clean install Linux, and then install Windows last. Last.
Okay.
Windows last.
Put that as the top layer there.
Yeah.
And then there's one more thing that we have to do before we can install Linux. It's number 5.
Do you know what it is?
Well, we got to partition the hard drive.
You got to begin the partitioning. Now, Linux installs actually come with partitioning software that is very good, but you can also download Partition Magic, and you can get that, and that is good at resizing your partitions.
Wonderful piece
Yes,
of software.
but the software
Very
that
easy.
comes with the Linux install we recommend for the
All
basic
right.
partitioning.
So there you have it. Those are the top 5 things you need to do before you can install Linux. Hey, go to our website to get all these tips and links to more books and websites about Linux. And don't forget to tune in next week when Megan installs Linux for the first time on Live TV.
Live.
How about that?
Yeah.
Man, it's going to be great. Up next, now that you've installed Linux, you've got to keep those pesky hackers out, or shall we say crackers. We'll show you how when the screensaver continues. We've got a real live hacker here. Crack, hack.
Some sites won't let you go back. Click the small arrow next to the back button on Internet Explorer to take yourself back where you came from.